Hi and welcome to my channel. Today's video is about getting a cat eye effect with regular magnetic polish. A lot of time goes into magnetizing each coat of magnetic polish. You spend hours trying to get a sharp line and you're mostly happy with your somewhat fuzzy kind of defined line, but 30 minutes after the last swipe of your top coat, the whole thing has diffused. Sound familiar? Well, indie maker DRK Nails has a highly recommended magic top coat that is supposed to help with your magnetic polish results, and I'm super excited to give it a try. I'll be using 3 products from December 2023's Polish Pickup. Penelope Loves Perfect Love. It has a beautiful purple base, blue shimmer, and golden orangey magnetic pigment inspired by the pansy flower. DRK Nails Magic Effect Top Coat. Baroness X's Xpress Drying Spray in the Wildberry Mousse scent. I've already got my base coat and 1 layer of a sheer neutral polish due to some pigment staining on my nails. I'll start by holding a magnetic wand under my finger. I thought it might be easier to see visually. This one is the free one that comes with the purchase of any Mooncat magnetic polish through their website. I'm using a medium thickness coat for the first layer on each of my left-hand fingers. This video is edited and sped up, but I'd say I spent about 60 seconds magnetizing each finger. I repeated the process exactly the same way for the second coat. All in all, I would say it took about 10 to 15 minutes to do my left hand, and I think the results are pretty good so far. For the right hand, I wanted to try something different. Instructions come with the Magic Effect top coat, and one way to do it is to apply 2 to 3 medium coats of polish without magnetizing. Let dry and then use this top coat, which would theoretically cut down the time spent on magnetizing, wouldn't it? So I'm giving it a shot by putting 2 coats unmagnetized on my right hand, and while it's drying, we'll go back to my left hand and use the top coat. I wanted to see if it would change if maybe I use the magnet wand on top, but I don't think it matters much. This top coat is very thin. I was expecting it to be more like a regular nail polish top coat, but it's more watery. Honestly, overall, I am not really seeing much of a difference yet. Going back to my right hand, I'm going to try using the Magic Effect top coat with the magnet under my finger. I kind of see the pigments moving, but barely. Like maybe you can almost see a ghost of a line. How about with the magnet on top? Nope, this was kind of disappointing. I think maybe I left it to dry too long. Seeing the 2 sides together, I can see that the left hand is better. The instructions did say that the best results are with a Neodymium bar, so why don't we try that?
2,000 years later.
Okay, so it was more like 2 months later, but I'm ready for round 2. Except now my polish is super thick and dried out because I didn't close it tightly enough. I ran out in a frenzy to CVS and grabbed nail polish thinner from Ella and Mila. Thank God they had it. I'm going to add like 20 drops, maybe a few more, and a lot of shaking. That was a whole journey back to our experiment. Looks like the polish is responding well to the magnet. I think the polish is still a bit thick, but it seems usable. So this time for my left hand, I will not be magnetizing the first coat, but I will magnetize the second coat with a Neodymium bar. Okay, are you ready? I'm ready. And wait. Are you seeing this? Do you see the blue shimmer? It is beautiful. That is not what the first time looked like at all. I'd say I only held the magnet about 20 to 30 seconds each finger this round. Much shorter time than my first try months earlier. The line is definitely crisper. So yes, try with the bar if you're not getting results with a wand. Next, we're going to try with the Magic Effect top coat. One thing I realized that I messed up the first time is you really need to be generous. Use like full droplets and then gently float the brush without pressing down to just barely spread it. I think the first time I was not using enough. It really is kind of magical now that I got it right. The lines are clearer, the differentiation is really prominent, and I'm just loving the blue shimmer. in perfect rough. It is a perfect 10 in my book. Okay, sorry. For the right hand, I'm going to try again with 2 coats unmagnetized, but not waiting to let it dry as long as I did last time. I'm only going to use the magnet after the Magic Effect top coat. And you can actually see as the pigment slowly moves towards the magnet and changes, but it's not as strong as when we had magnetized one of the layers on the left hand. The blue shimmer just isn't as strong. If you noticed, I've been using my usual Essie Gel Couture Glossy top coat and magnetizing at the end of each coat as well. That's because the Magic Effect top coat isn't really a top coat in the traditional sense, so use your regular finishing top coat and hold the magnet once more at that stage because the top coat essentially re-wets the polish underneath. You can see in this comparison that the left and right are slightly different. The magnetic effect is stronger on the left hand. I eventually want to experiment with a water-based top coat that seals the magnetic polish before the traditional top coat in order to help reduce even more of the time involved in the whole magnetic polish process. Now I'm going to finish with the Xpress spray, but the spray bottle is just not having it. But the product itself is great at least, and it smells wonderful. Lastly, I wanted to include a shot of what the polish looks like 24 hours later. Let's check out how much it diffused. Say the left hand is pretty much still strong and defined. The right hand blended out a bit more, and a little bit of extra effort I put into the left hand was so much more worth it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, then I hope you join me next time. Have a sparkling week.